Hello everyone. Today I want to take some of your time just to talk a little bit about packing for the residential trip to Chiang Rai. Please listen carefully because it's quite important you get this right. On your journey to Chiang Rai, to the airport, you will have with you two bags. You'll have your carry-on bag for the aeroplane. Please make it a rucksack type bag, because this will double up and we'll talk about that later on. Inside there is the things that you don't want in your check-in bag, your phone, your charger and things like that. You'll also have a big bag where everything else on the packing list, which you have a copy of, needs to be put in. This is maybe a little bit small. This is a 60-litre bag, maybe a little bit small for everything you need, but it can be a rucksack like this, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a big hold or soft bag, not a suitcase if you can help it. They're more difficult to pack into the transport, so some sort of soft bag, probably more than 60 litres, maybe 80 or so. I want to focus on the camping element of the expedition, of the residential. So you'll be walking for 2 days and camping in the time in between. Now, you don't have to carry all your things with you on the hike. You'll just take with you a rucksack, your day bag, the one you had for your carry-on your aeroplane. You'll carry with you your water bottle, okay, make sure it's full, some snacks. We'll talk about those on our training day, if we've not talked about it already. And a torch. Head torch is the best. Make sure there's batteries in it. Okay. And you'll be given a packed lunch if you're walking all day, and that goes in there. And possibly your waterproof coat if the weather doesn't seem, if it's like it is now, it's not very good. You don't know if it's going to rain or not. So that's why you need your carry-on bag on the aeroplane to be a rucksack, so you can take it with you on your hikes. You need the torch because one of the hikes you'll be going through a cave, and having a torch is essential for that part of the trek. So make sure you've got a torch. Make sure it's in your bag, in your day bag you're taking with you, and a head torch is the best. But you've got to get all the rest of your equipment to the campsite. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that for you. We've got a truck and we're going to be taking your kit for you. Now, inside your bag that you bring on the aeroplane with you will be another bag. Now, this bag, your big bag, you won't be taking to the campsite. You don't need everything you've got for the whole week to take to the campsite. So inside this bag, you'll have a second bag. And I'll show you what type of bag. I'll explain everything else in a minute. This sort of thing, this is, if anybody's been to England Sports Direct, you probably know, but it's similar to an IKEA bag. It's a strong tote bag, won't get ripped, you can put your name on it, and it's quite large. In that bag, for the night, you will have to put in, and you have to take these with you from Bangkok, a sleeping mat, very cold, sleep on the floor, okay? That needs to go in the bag. If it doesn't fit in the bag, that can go separately, but make sure your name is on there. So you need to have a sleeping mat. Oh, you need to have a sleeping bag. Okay, it will be quite cold there, so not just a sheet, a sleeping bag. Okay, most of these camping things I got from Decathlon, and they're not that expensive. So, sleeping bag needs to go in there. You also need to put in there a hoodie or a jumper, because it'll get quite chilly in the evening, maybe. So that needs to go in your bag. Not much space in there. Some pajamas. Okay, what else do you need in there? Okay, shampoo. You don't need a big bottle of shampoo to take camping. Maybe one of the ones you get from a hotel. If you pick one up from a hotel, it's probably better than a big bottle. There is a shower there, not hot water, cold water, but there is a shower, and we expect you to shower either in the evening when you get there. Toothbrush and toothpaste. Again, you don't want a small tube of toothpaste is more than enough. You'll want to take with you, because you've got to do the cooking, and again we'll talk about that separately and you'll have a chance to do that, you need to make sure you've got with you some sort of plate, bowl and cutlery. Okay, please don't make it disposable, throw away. We're trying to avoid that. So these are metal ones, enamelled. You can get plastic ones quite easily from lots of places, and just a cheap set of knife, fork and spoon so you can eat your meal. Okay, I got this in a separate bag just to keep it sort of clean. Okay, you'll need to take whatever food rations you're doing. This is an MRE, a meal pack, but whatever you've decided in your groups for food, and again we'll talk about that on the training session. So that needs to go in the bag that you're going to send. You might want to put your pair of flip-flop sliders, whatever you have, for use at the campsite after you get there, okay? Because you're not going to be walking in these, obviously, but you might want to put them on. You don't need to. You can use your walking boots all night to slip them on and off as you go around, but you might want to take some sort of lightweight shoes with you. On top of that, you want maybe a change of clothes for the next morning. You don't need your hairdryer. You don't need anything, any charging cables, anything with you. You just need the basic things. And this, make sure your name's on it. If you can fasten it up, this one's got a Velcro fastener on the handles, and you'll be leaving this by the truck that's going to take your things on the morning of your first hike. And we'll take this with you. So again, we're not going to take your big bags for you. You need one, a smaller one, inside your check-in bag that you can use. You also need to make sure you've got some good shoes for walking. Now obviously, walking boots are made for this, okay? These are walking boots. Some of you might have them, that's great, you can use those. If you do buy new ones, don't take brand new boots with you and expect to do a long trek with those boots. Walking boots need to be worn in first. So you need to wear them for a few days out and about, walking around your local area, just so your feet get used to them and they can just get settled in. If you walk in brand new boots, a big trek, it's quite likely you'll get blisters. Double sock in your boots is the best way to help avoid blisters as well. So a thin pair of socks underneath and then a thicker pair of socks over the top. You can normally get those thicker socks where you get your hiking boots from. They sell them especially. When you're traveling, if you have got walking boots, when you're traveling to Chiang Rai, wear these on the aeroplane. Saves a lot of space in your bag. Because we don't want you travelling with a rucksack or whatever with lots of things dangling on the outside of the bags. The airlines won't accept them. Everything's got to be inside the bag. Okay, what else? You might want to get a little camping pillow if you like a pillow to sleep with, or you can just fold up your hoodie and sleep on that. Put your head on that. And I think that's basically it. So your luggage allowance, you need to get 18 kilograms. Your check-in bag, maximum 18 kilograms. That includes your camping stuff, that includes your food and everything like that. I'm just having a look through the list of anything else you might need to do, might need to bring. Make sure you got any personal medication. Yeah, and I think that's it. You might get a bit tired on the walk. That's okay. You'll be at the campsite in good time to have a good rest. A bit of fun with your friends. I hope that's clear about the bags. It always causes a bit of confusion. So, take care. I'll see you at the campsite. I'll see you on the way to Chiang Rai, and we'll have a good time. Okay, take care. Me again. Forgot to say, you don't necessarily have to have walking boots. Strong trainers is also possible, but make sure they're laced up, not Velcro. Make sure you've not worn the backs of them by standing on them to make them slip on rather than lace up. But some strong trainers with a good grip at the bottom would also work. If I think of anything else, I'll come back to you. Just a thought. You need a towel. Towels aren't provided. Make sure you take a towel. I would pack a smaller one to take to the campsite and leave your bigger one drying back in your room at the Resdiential. How can I forget? Make sure you've got with you a hat. You need that for the trek. Sun Smart Policy. Some, I don't know where I've put it now. Some sun cream. Making sure you don't get burnt. And some insect repellent. You don't want those mosquitoes having a feast on you. I might see you again.